Well, we're partway through the workshop that Drew Mackey and I are facilitating in Leicester, and Drew has just finished a presentation about organisations, maps and stories. What was the essence of that, Drew? You were talking about different ways of representing communities.
Basically, all maps are ways of showing relationships between things. So we've been looking at, particularly networks. Networks is one of the main themes to come out of the previous exercise. And the whole idea of then relating fairly abstract bits of information or roles or organisations or whatever is what we've been exploring this morning. We didn't say much about geographic maps because everybody knows how to use that, but we have said quite a lot about structures and the sort of story content that you might populate those with.
So we've now given groups the challenge of coming up with a way of explaining Leicester to some visitors that are coming this afternoon. Do they want to draw maps, do diagrams, tell stories? What's happening? So there's a story of Leicester emerging over here. What have we got? Different and different times. I think there's also. What's going on over here? This is quite a complicated history. Messy transliterate.
This is a messy transliterate map.
Oh.
We're just discussing whether the history has got anything relevant to do with people.
I didn't say the history.
No, but you said all these things have any relevance.
No, they do have relevance, but they're not the stories that I would want to capture.
Why not? Why wouldn't you want to know about Thomas Cook and Simon de Montfort?
But I don't think they have meaning to. I think it's important that we know our history in Leicester.
Yes, we do.
But I want to do it through something that's relevant today, because I think that's what community.
All right, Thomas Cook's Travel. Thomas Cook and Travel Company.
No, oh my
that's
God,
relevant today. They do all the big cruises. And
this is a generational thing.
Oh, I'll leave you to the creative work.
Right.
Different approach. Can I just eavesdrop here and find out what kind of approach you're doing here? How did this one start off, these diagrams?
Well, it's a jewellery shop.
Okay.
I explored the concept of the evolution of jewellery shops through the years, and made it analogous to how the World Wide Web has itself evolved. From the original flat-fronted jewellery shop with a single door in it, we now come up to a funnel-shaped front to a jewellery shop where the goods are displayed, and suddenly you find yourself in the shop being confronted by a shop assistant encouraging you to buy. So the barriers have gone from the World Wide Web. You needed a portal to get in, to the stage now where modern society can contact at any level using social media.
So this is the story of how things changed for a shop in Leicester, for one sort of shop.
I don't think that's what Ned means at all. I think he's using it as an analogy for something.
It's to describe how
we don't understand it. The rest of us don't understand how that's an analogy. Sorry.
All right, let's go and see what this group over here is talking about. Can I just eavesdrop here? What's this really squirrely
that was his idea.
diagram? Yeah.
Right, well it's basically our, these might be communities at home and they're quite different, and actually geographically I've put them in and say that would be Knighton where I'm from, very middle class kind of area. Over here you've got Airsworth running into the Saffron Lane estate, which would be social housing, and I think you've got different people live different lives here, but as you get closer into the city centre it all comes together. So you've got a lot of tolerance and about how people live there, but then a different kind of thing that they live at home.
And this is Leicester Mixing Bowl. I think that focus on the town centre will be really interesting to our visitors from Chelmsford, because that's what they're focusing on.
And then we actually identified that there are certain, you kind of get these geographic barriers, so actually that would be the train line, which actually is quite a physical barrier between these, and actually when you go further west from that area you actually end up with the river, and that you could map that out all the way around.